Hi, Grayling. This is attorney Vince Davis. Did you have a story to tell or a question to ask?
I'll be as brief as possible, Mr. Davis. I have a story to tell.
Go ahead.
I'm been married 20 years to this woman. I'm a step-grandfather. My stepdaughter was on drugs. The kids came to my house. They didn't have anywhere else to go. My wife wanted them to be there. I said, okay. So eventually, the kids are there. There was a situation where, and they are special needs kids. Let me say this. First of all, we were never educated. And I'm 64. My wife is 64. You know, we should have been touring the country, but we're still spending time taking care of children. And but they didn't have anywhere to go. So we were never educated on how to deal with children with learning disabilities or anything like that. So eventually they moved into my home, and there was an incident where one of the oldest boy kicked the little boy, the baby boy, was about 18 months old, in the stomach. So I punished him. And when I punished him, the youngest daughter in the family thought that I was being abusive. She called the police. I had a $100,000 bail. And as I had the bail, I bailed out. DCFS tried to press charges. The state of California eventually saw that I really didn't do anything wrong. Everything was dismissed. So for the last 5 years, you know, my wife, and eventually they were pressuring my wife like they didn't want me in the home. But I knew how bad my wife wanted these kids, so I moved out. And I've been in my own apartment for the last 5 years.
Wow.
Now, the social worker has never done anything to try to reunite the family. She never did bring anything over there, beds, clothes, shoes, and all that. Some kind of way, I still managed to help her with these children, regardless of what they said about me. They put a khaki against my name, and I didn't understand what it was at first. They fabricated things in the story, claiming when they took the kids out of the home at one time that the youngest daughter was more fit, but there was a pedophile living with her, which they never bothered to investigate. So I caught him lying. When I asked about the khaki, I never got a response back. So I told my wife this. I said, it's not going to get right until we address it. So now, just recently, after 5 years of struggling, they just have decided to resolve the case with her, you know, in terms of starting to compensate her. But all this time, it's been a struggle. And then lately, earlier this year, I was diagnosed with 4th-stage cancer.
I'm sorry.
I needed my wife. I need to be out of my place. And I am very angry with them, and I know that it was wrong. They've been constantly checking my background to see if I'm involved in anything. I help homeless people. I do all the good I can in the community. And the social worker made a comment to me about if the state of California doesn't pursue the case, and this was some years ago, that I could go back home. She lied. She's been deceptive. And I even mentioned to her, very unprofessional. Okay, so I had to learn what I had to learn later on about how DCF Children Family Services work. But now, no one has said anything about, and if it wasn't for the Alliance team stepping up and that good judge that told the Alliance team to pursue and see why my wife wasn't being compensated, because the social worker played all the games she could play, you know, and even, you know, some things that she said, you know, the people that got back to us, that, like I said, she just got compensated through the Alliance team. So the Alliance team went in there. They found out that it wasn't what the social worker was portraying it to be. We took parenting classes with the hope of being back together as a family since the state of California, you know, decided that I wasn't wrong. And still, you know, nothing's being done on my side of the street. I know she goes back to court January the 26th, you know, for some other issue or whatever. But I just feel that something, since I haven't been charged with anything, that something I was hoping something could be done.
Well, there
for
is,
me.
Grayling, there is something that can be done. What I want you to do is I want you to call me on Monday, and I'll talk to you about seeing if you can be compensated or if you can get back into the family home. My office telephone number is 888.
1 second, Mr. Davis. I'm so sorry. I knew that I needed to talk to you, and I'm ready for the number. Go ahead.
888 6582.
Could you believe the pen just broke? 1 second, Mr. Davis. 888.
888.
Go ahead. 888. I got that.
6582. So that's 888 6582.
6582. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
So
I'll call you any particular time Monday, Mr. Davis?
Anytime after 1 o'clock, you can call. If I'm not there, leave a message, and I'll get right back to you. Grayling, thank you for calling, and thank you for listening.
Yes, sir. You have a good one. Thank you. Keep up the good work, sir.
Okay. You can get a copy of my book, The Secret, How to Fight Child Protective Services and Win, a free copy at helpfightcps.com. That's one of my CPS websites. You can also get a free copy of the book and videos that I've done on fighting CPS at getyourkidsbacknow.com. Getyourkidsbacknow.com. You can get a free copy of the book, and you can also get some free videos, resource videos that will help you out in maneuvering through this CPS court.